Tritsky looks like a man who may well have it. Kian Watts is also not that far off the front as we speak, but a very solid line from Ineos Grenadiers with only 3 kilometres to go, Brian. Now, it flattens a little bit, and then it kicks again, and then we have the grand finale, but they all actually come downhill, would you believe, for the last, about 200 metres of it. There's Ineos Grenadiers lined up and handsome, and the most solid line of all by the look of it, Brian.
Yeah, and his turner is at the back as well. It says a lot what the Premier Tech think it's going to be too difficult for Kogut. That's why he came up. He's down towards the back. He came up, done his turn, and then drifted to the back again. It's going to be some sort of sprint, but who's going to be involved here? Connor Swift now comes to the front for Ineos Grenadiers doing his job on the left-hand side. Yeah,
I noticed that Mikkel Kwiatkowski is the man who's in front of Ben Turner, so if it's not going to be for Ben Turner, Kwiatkowski might actually just squirrel on and do the job himself. As Brian mentioned, Uda Kogut, too much for him, despite his jolly PR picture here. And indeed, now it's that little tiny subsection that goes downhill very, very gently from around about the 2 kilometre mark. They'll pick up and go for the most difficult of their climbing percentages, which kicks up to about 6%. And it'll be like this for about the next 300-400 metres. Reach out for glory. Miholovic it is that has a dig here. Plenty from Vuelta ATS, just about the entire team, keeping it sensible just for now. Pippo Zada is there. It looks like he's going to be operating on his own. Meanwhile, we thought there might be some hidden hopers, and we've got precisely that, Brian. And Vuelta ATS want to kickstand in everyone's faces. 1,500 metres to go. This is brave.
Yeah, this looks like Michael Peter that's gone on the attack. No reaction as such, but he went at a good time, but very difficult to stay away in the last 1.4 kilometres. They are coming at pace. You know, there's a few of the kind of sprinters starting to drift a little bit. This is starting to get tough.
Certainly is, and as you can see, still toughening it out are Ineos Grenadiers. That's the difficult section that I was telling you about. It now starts to go downhill, would you believe? It's a false flat at the moment, then suddenly downhill. It'll pick up to 3 and 4% for about the next 600 metres, and then 650 metres or so, and then it'll be downhill to the line. So if you can survive this next little bump, Brian, you're going to be in the bird seat if you've got some quick legs remaining.
Yeah, still looking good, Brandon McNulty. Looks as if he's looking after Oliveira. It's Sheffield now at the front. Kwiatkowski now and Ben Turner. They look the strongest for the moment. They've stayed together for a considerable amount of time, but still the red jersey, the race leader, is in with a shout. He's sitting in about 12th place now with 600 metres to go.
I'm actually looking at Polti Visit Malta, and I'm actually thinking it might be Mirko Maestri that's their chosen son today. Let's have a look. A lot of exchanges going on, and Dali van Poppel is still very much in the vanguard, and you can see the wheel he's chosen to take it. He's trying to stay with Ben Turner, who goes. That's Kwiatkowski who's leading him in. Ben Turner is going to get the release here, and here it is. It's opening up wide and handsome, and Ben Turner's digging in, but Dali van Poppel just manages to drift himself round, and Paul Magnier from nowhere, proving that ramps suit him brilliantly. He did it in Portugal, and he's only gone and done it again. Raises the arm brilliantly at the line. Oh my goodness, what a finish that was. Look at that. Magnier makes it happen. Currently up on the inside by the barriers. Got himself exactly where he needed to be. Dali van Poppel just slightly out of position, offers up his congratulations. But you know what? Strength sometimes in depth pays dividends, Brian. And he's got it. 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, certainly has. You know, it was always a question of how hard they were going to get to ride up this climate, and you know, these sprinters were very capable. Dali van Poppel was there again. Zambanini in second place there. He was kind of one of the riders that I was kind of looking at today, but unfortunately he was up against this man who's on form. How many stages is he going to win this week? He's going to Guangxi as well. He just will not stop winning.
He's in the mood, Brian, and today he'll be playing that tune, I am sure, all night. Break out the trumpets and the clarinets. That was amazing. Well, Ben Turner down in third place, but Zambanini it was that tried to get in the frame there for Bahrain Victorious, came very close, but Paul Vanier absolutely like a missile coming up on the inside. Talk us in, Brian.
This is Brandon McNulty. It's a good lead out here, but Magnier having to make his own effort there in the red jersey. Just comes up alongside Van Poppel, but Zambanini, well, Paul Magnier goes first. Zambanini is quite a good. Well, he actually helped him out, Paul Magnier there, and it was just it came up really quickly come the finish there. So it was just round the corner. It was a good lead out from Brandon McNulty for Oliveira, but I think just snatching at it at the right time yet again was Paul Magnier. Just a pity that Zambanini wasn't a little bit kind of further up, and Turner gets third, Van Poppel fourth, and another win from the young Frenchman.
Super work if you can get it, and Paul